Alright, today we're going to talk about productivity. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're a business owner, how do we get a lot of stuff done? So I'm going to share with you some of my tips and tricks on how to get more productive. How I managed to do this for the last 2-3 years to build a company which we got acquired. So being a Malaysian in the tech industry, I had to fight with the big guys, and how did I manage to do that? So I'm going to share with you guys today some tips on daily productivity to run your business, so that you can compete with the big guys. Effectiveness and efficiency. So this is one of the challenges that I see a lot of small businesses go through. They are doing things daily and they're getting efficient on it. They're asking their team, hey, you got to do this faster, you got to do this better. But the challenge is there's the difference between efficiency, doing things the right way, versus effectiveness, right? So effectiveness is doing the right thing, and efficiency is doing the right way. Okay, so let's see the difference. So let's say, for example, you're running a business and you are communicating with your customers and you're chatting with them and you're asking your team members to use their personal WhatsApp, right? Or you're using a software that is meant for something else to communicate and engage with customers. And if you're doing that and your team gets really good at it, that means they're using their personal phone, they're chatting on WhatsApp groups, and what happens is after a while they get efficient in doing the wrong thing. So they are not as effective as they can be because they're not. The software is not made for customer engagement. They are not made for talking to a lot of customers at the same time. There's no CRM, there's no automation. But because they are using their personal phone, they're getting so used and so good at it. Your company will get to a point where they cannot grow anymore, right? So it becomes stuck because they're so good at it that changing it to a new system is going to be very difficult. So for a lot of businesses, I see the challenge is they're so stuck in doing the wrong things the right way, mixing the personal WhatsApp with business WhatsApp, not having a CRM to collect all the information, so it becomes very messy. So you want to see, are you doing first the right things, and then figuring out those right things are the ones that are creating the results that you want, then only getting your team to do those right things the right way. So let me show you an example of how doing the right thing looks like, right? So if you connect your WhatsApp to our platform, let's say YesHello platform, it is an online omni-channel platform. So you can connect all these channels. We've connected our Facebook, our WhatsApp, live chat on our website, our Instagram, Google My Business, email. So everything now, when our customers chat with us, everything is going to go into one place. So I, as the manager, I can see that Alan's been chatting, and I can see on the right side here is Silma. Charlotte is chatting with Nadira, and I can scroll down all the way down. Samuel is chatting with Derek. So if I click on this one, I can see the whole conversation, right? So I can scroll up and take a look at what are they chatting about. So this is great. So one whole history of this person's communication from all channels. So if they chat with me on WhatsApp, on email, on Instagram, everything's going to be here in one history. And if you can see, there's also gray and yellow. What does this yellow mean? Yellow is communicating between each team member, but it's not seen by the customer. So that means I have my tech person, my salesperson, my customer support, everyone trying to solve this person's problem. How cool is that, right? So you can't do this with other software. This is where doing the right thing the right way, right? So imagine you're trying to do these things with your regular WhatsApp, or if you're using other software that doesn't allow for this, then they will have the habit of going into another platform, or WhatsApping on personal WhatsApp and chatting in a group, which is creates even more havoc. All these things create a habit of doing the wrong thing the right way, so they get good at doing the wrong things. So this way, everything is in one place. You can see the CRM on the right side here. I can respond. I have shortcuts. I have snippets. I have all the files over here. I can even have AI, right? So if I scroll down and I don't know how to answer, I can just click on the AI assist here, and AI will assist me in generating, you know, a reply on what they just previously said. So this creates this efficiency on something that will create results for your business, right? Your customers get reply faster, your team members can solve problems faster, and all the information is in one place, all the communication is streamlined. So this is an example of efficiency versus effectiveness. So you want to do the right things the right way. Okay, I want to talk about also how to become a productive powerhouse. So what you want to do as a business owner or entrepreneur is you have a limited time, and with this limited time, you want to create the most results, right? So this is where becoming a productive powerhouse comes in. So there are a few things that I think a lot of business owners miss that I'm thankful that my mentors and my teachers have taught me to focus on the right things, and I'm going to share with you today, okay? Number one is having big goals in mind. Not just having big goals, you want to also have clear, specific goals that is achievable. So, you know, I'm sure you've heard of SMART goals. So you want to have it to be specific, measurable, is achievable. So you can go through and Google it, SMART goals. But you also want to have it to become big, something stretchy, something that's exciting for you. Okay, most people are afraid, so they don't want to put it too big. But putting it too big also, where it's unachievable, is also very demotivating. You want to have that perfect, you know, not too far, but not too easy to achieve as well. So you want to be able to win, and then you add 5%, right? So that extra 5% is where you stretch yourself. So having big goals. And then number two is give each day a theme. So giving each day a theme gives you some focus. So it could be, okay, today I want to focus on creating content, like for me today, right? Today is just creating content. Or today is finance. Or today I want to support and speak to as many clients as I want. So have a theme. Things will come in that you have to settle. Obviously, you're a business owner. But what happens is when you have a focus and a theme, your day becomes intentional. And then in the morning when you start, you already have an idea of, okay, I have this goal, and today based on this goal, there's this one theme, and suddenly everything that you do today is painted with this color of your theme of the day. It could be also a feeling or an intention or a being. So let's say I want to be more loving or be more open. Whatever it is, have a theme for the day that makes it productive. Okay. Next is setting limits. So let's read over here. It says that you can only spend so much time focusing on something. After that, it's time to move on to the next important thing. For example, this former CEO allocates 1.5 hours on a single purpose, non-operational meetings with half the time of the presentation and the other half for discussion, right? So another thing you can limit is the length of your emails. The Facebook CEO, Sheryl Sandberg, says she responds to every single work email, but she saves time by keeping the responses short. I would rather give a short, quick, incomplete answer than wait to do it better, she says, right? So this is where you set limits for time. For example, I can't remember what is this principle. The principle is the amount of time the work takes to get done depends on the amount of time you give it. So let's say you have an email to write and you give yourself 30 minutes to write the email. How long it takes to write the email is 30 minutes. But if you say, okay, I'm going to take 2 minutes to write this email, then how long would it take to write the email? 2 minutes. So set limits. Next is streamlining decisions. So let's take a look at what this says, right? So Jeff Bezos makes a lot of decisions every day. Since this can be time consuming, he's developed a 4-step process for navigating business more quickly. First, one-size-fits-all decisions are a no-no. Many decisions are reversible. Two-way doors, he writes in his letter to shareholders. Those decisions can use a lightweight process. Second, make the decision when you are at 70% of your when you are at 70% of your intended information. If you wait for 90%, you're probably being slow, he writes. So there's almost no way to get 100% information, or even at 90%. He says 70% information is good enough, make a decision and move on. Another thing is disagree and commit. This phrase will save you a lot of time. He writes, if you have conviction on a particular direction, even though there's no consensus, it's helpful to say, look, I know we disagree on this, but will you gamble with me on it? Right? Will you test it out with me? Disagree and commit. By the time you are at this point, no one can know the answer for sure, and you probably get a quick yes. So this will also get things to move forward faster. And fourth, address the real misalignment early and focus on them immediately. Sometimes teams have different objectives and fundamentally different views. They are not aligned. No amount of discussion, no number of meetings will resolve that deep misalignment. Without escalation, the default dispute resolution mechanism for this scenario is exhaustion, right? So even though you're not aligned, you want to disagree and commit and move on. Next one is get to work before everyone else. I know this is a little bit tough if you're driving and there's traffic jam, but try to be there earlier. So this gives you a little bit of an edge. It gives you more of an edge if you have a team that works from home, right? So me and my team, we are fully 100% working from home. So all meetings are done on Zoom. Our meetings are short, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Longest takes 30 minutes. So we can have a lot of things done, decisions made faster. And getting to work before everyone else means when everyone else is in the jam, we are already at work in front of our desk, working fast, right? So you don't have to have this for your entire team, but think about your customer support, think about your sales team, think about your technical team. These people don't have to be in the office most of the time. They can just connect with your colleagues or with your customers and solve problems from their house. And my brother works at this company where it's only mandatory to go into the office on Mondays and Tuesdays. The rest of the days are when they can work from home, and this makes it very, very efficient, right? So next is protect your time. Protect your time means that you want to focus your time and invest your time on the most important tasks. So we mentioned just now, have big goals, have clear goals. And when you are doing work every day, there's going to be distractions, especially if you're an entrepreneur or business owner. There's always fires to fight. So you need to protect your time, especially early in the morning. This is where it connects with being in the office earlier. Start early where there's no distractions so they can protect that time, the first 1 or 2 hours, to focus on the most important tasks for the day. What's the theme of the day? Make sure you finish that one. Then you have the whole rest of the day to firefight. Next tip is closing virtual doors. So what this means is, imagine if you're in the office, you can close the door and you can put a post-it note and says, I'm in work right now, do not disturb. Or if you're doing recording, you can put a recording light. But you can do this also virtually, turning off your phone. You can also put your status as do not disturb. Or you can even, if you're at a cubicle, it could be, all right, this is heads down time, and everybody does work by themselves at that time. So this assists with lowering distractions for everyone, especially for yourself, so that you can get into deep work, so that you can focus on the biggest things, so that you can protect your time, right? So this is another tip for you to be able to do great work, be more productive, close virtual doors. Next one is to separate your work and personal life. So separating your work and personal life creates this sense of focus and being present 100%. So when I first started YesHello, we were using our personal phones, and my phone rang non-stop, even in the weekends, right? So I didn't have enough time with my family. My family always got just half of me. I was always there, but always on the phone. And this created a lot of tension, and people felt that they didn't feel valued, and that created a very negative environment at home. And as you guys know, negative environments at home will affect the work, and this will lower down productivity, right? So if you separate work life and personal life, then you will have this sense of, okay, I'm at work, let's go 100%, and work becomes more focused. And when I'm at home, you get that support, that love, that gives you motivation to go back to work tomorrow and work harder, right? But I understand it's a little bit tough, because if everything is on your phone, you've set it up that your work comes into your phone. So this is where softwares where you can separate your work phone, your work messages in another place, and your personal in another place, right? I'm not saying having two phones. I'm just saying set up uh, that your email, set up your WhatsApp, set up your social media accounts, that it does not overlap too much, right? There's no way to 100% do this, but if you're able to tell your team, okay, go home and rest, they'll be more thankful to come back tomorrow and work, right? Same with you as well. And the next one is clear out your inbox every day. Inbox zero is a gift from your future self. It's a gift from you today to your future self. Because when you come in tomorrow and your inbox is zero, it feels like a fresh day. It feels like you can be more productive. You feel more motivated. If there's always a lingering thing in your mind that things are not done yet, right? Your inbox is still not zero. There is this dread to go back to work, and this happens naturally with human beings. We love to win, so daily wins of inbox zero is a huge injection of motivation. Okay, here are some tips to have inbox zero. Unsubscribe from newsletters. Go through it. Unsubscribe from the ones that you don't really need, especially the ones that have nothing to do with your bigger goals, right? So number 2, delete and completely forget about it. When in doubt, delete. I like to archive so that I don't see it, but this tip says to delete it so that you don't have to take a look at it again, and it clears your archive inbox as well. Okay. Number 3, don't bother filing. Learn how to use the search feature in your email so that when you need it, you can find it. So this is where habits of putting the subject lines, habit of writing it clearly in the email helps, because when you search and you can kind of remember what the topic is, or what the company they're talking about, or what the project is, put the name over there in the subject line or in the body so that you can search for it again. This will be a huge, I tell you, this will be one of the biggest productivity tips, right? This sense of accomplishment every day when your team has inbox zero, when you have inbox zero. You learn how to snooze things. Naturally, every day you feel that you've won. And this feeling of winning every day is what entrepreneurs are looking for. So I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like on our platform, right? So whenever in the platform, whenever somebody messages in, it comes into all. You can see here 32 messages, right? All. So our platform, we've set it up so that we can either manually assign it to a team inbox, or we can automatically do that, right? So every team member has an inbox, or every team has an inbox. For example, here is the admin team, the CEO, which is my inbox, customer success, operations, sales has 25. So over here, we can assign or reassign each communication to whoever is the person who's going to manage it, right? So how do we assign it? We just click on this and then it will assign. So for example, this is Samuel, and then let's say I want to assign Samuel to myself. So if you can see from technical has 1 and CEO has 0. So if I assign to myself, now CEO has 1 and technical has 0, right? So in the platform, it says here assigned to you. I can see what day is assigned, and now his inbox is 0. Okay, so if I want to try to solve this person's issue, I solve it, and if I cannot, I reassign back to the technical support. Boom, right there. Okay, now it says here you assign the person to Derek, and you can do this assign and reassignment to get to inbox 0. Another way to get to inbox 0 is you snooze it to another time, or you can even close it and put some closing notes. What are the notes? Is this person in the accelerator, or is this an email, or is it a reply from a broadcast, whatever it may be, right? So this way, later on, you can go and figure out how many out of the 1,000 messages or incoming communication from your clients are from sales, handling technical support, from VIP customers, and this creates a habit of tagging and categorizing all your communications for future decision making. All right, so I hope that helps. So this is a little bit of tips at how we do it inside YesHello, and I think it'll help you guys if you start doing this as well. All right, my name is Khalif. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.